we are definitely here at the Global Village / Carnival. It's right nearby to IMG World of Adventure. And it was busy, or it is busy, because as we were driving in, the parking lot was like completely full.
This might be the busiest place we've been to.
So we're gonna keep our mask on just because it's a very busy place. Let's check it out. So the entrance looks like it's themed to Russia with all these giant spires. It's pretty cool. The baby cart wheelchair area, I think, seems to be themed to like Egypt. You got the pyramids up there. That's so cool. Look at this place. There's so many iconic buildings from around the world. Like, wow. There's China, I think. And you've seen our previous videos, so you know how unusual this crowd is for us. We've usually been at these theme parks with hardly anybody. This is jam-packed. This is like Christmas at a huge mall, like at the Outlet Mall in Orlando. This is crazy. But I mean, it is quite pretty with all these buildings. Wow. This is so cool. Oh, there's Sydney. Sydney Opera House. This is massive. We finally got to like the middle area. And just look how far it goes. And this is just one small part of it. There's a huge mall that's connected to this place. I wonder if this is Iceland. Get it? We're in a giant fabric market portion of this event. There's so much fabric. A ton of these small pop-up food stands, and then they have some bears around this fountain going all around the fountain, which is pretty cool. Now look at this entranceway. That's pretty grand. So much food. Looks like if you wanted to buy a ticket to this Harbor Force water show, you'd go here and it's $15.80 a ticket. And it definitely looks like it's full of like jet skis doing stunts and other stuff like that. So we'll see the stage over there. Looks like at least one of their stage shows can be viewed from the side over here. Super tiny car you can pay to sit in. Oh my gosh, it's a real double-decker tiny bus. That is so tiny. Oh my gosh. Go check out what Europe has to offer right now. Look at this intro. Pretty cool. Check this out, they have like a railway market with like fake rail cars. Look at that, that's so clever. Look at this, they have like London bridges here. That's cool, they got like all the landmarks. And here's some more of that railway station I had pointed out. It looks like it's actually situated on water. So I think we've determined that this is a large fair that pops up for like 6 months or something out of the year and then goes away during the high heat of the summer. And that makes sense because this looks like a fair. It has fair vibes to it. They have a good amount of fair rides here. Not many that we'd be interested in. London Bop. We found their coaster. Oh. London Loop, Crystal corrected me. And they do clean the seats after every ride. That's cool. Alright, so fun coaster, super tiny. We loved it. We would want to do it again if it was like unlimited. But because, you know, it's like 60 points. I forget what points equaled out to.
It's like 1 point is 1 dirham. So if this one, 60 points, what is that?
It's like $15 for both of us to ride each time. So it can add up. But this is a super fun coaster. This is one that seems like it's always here versus traveling like a typical fair. But it was fun. Coaster credit. I love that their Ferris wheel has like lights on it for like ads for stuff or just cool creatures or whatever. That's kind of fun. Up next is Mumbai Express, which is this small kiddie coaster you can find at various pizza joints and family fun centers. Super tiny, but we're doing it. Mumbai Express, here we come. That was just your typical roller coaster that goes around in a circle a few times and spins. So nothing to brag about. Playing the Star Wars music while the Star Flyer goes, and everybody started, you know, cheering. I guess Star Wars is pretty big over here. Let's go see how much this ride costs in points, because we thought we were done, and then we saw this cool dark ride, and we're interested. So we gotta see how many points it costs. The ride has theming on the outside as well. That's pretty rare in a carnival ride. And just look at this. This is a good ride. You know, it's a dark ride, which seems fun, and it looks like it could be a good dark ride. Chris and I are taking turns going on. That way we can hold the bags. Oh, look at that. This is a pretty good carnival dark ride from the looks of it. This is what the ride vehicles look like. They don't allow phones on board, but I can give you a sneak preview of the ride vehicles and the exterior. Ooh, it's a giant spider on the back. Oh wow, there's like a body bag over there. By the way, if you did want to check a bag, you could here. But when we have like all our passports and money and wallets and stuff and phones, you know, we don't want to take any chances. Because an accident could easily happen where somebody accidentally hands out a different bag than they should have. So that's why we're taking turns.
Quite loose. And what I deduce will scare you for hours and hours.
There's Crystal. Oh, look at her. She was so scared from that. She's shivering with fear. She's so scared. She wants down. She's waving at me. That's a help signal. Oh, she's about to be scared again. He just took off his head. Oh, she was scared. I saw it. She's scared. She's giving me the help signal. This was such a cheesy ride, but I loved it. I ate it up. And in terms of dark rides go, this is not a bad dark ride.
Right. If you're considering dark rides that are carnivals, that are like little pop-ups, it's actually good.
It's probably the best one.
Yeah. It's just if you're comparing it to like, you know, like a Disney dark ride or Universal dark ride, no. But for pop-up, it's good.
If this is at a Six Flags park, it totally fit in. Let's just say that. It's at like the top tier of the carnival dark rides, so it fit in perfectly at Six Flags. In case you wanted to see what their trash cans look like, this is what they look like. Not bad. We have a ton of rides here. Alright, we're on the Ferris wheel now. I forgot to cut to, that. Oh, this is going to be our next ride. This is our next ride. Deal with it. Here we are on the Ferris wheel. So this is all the carnival area.
And unfortunately, it's not very clear to see between the film layer and the dust.
Yeah, there's a lot of like dust on the outside of this. And even this is not that clear. But yeah, so this is the carnival area. And then behind it, that's where you have the World Fair. What's it called again?
I don't know, I mean, it's the Global Village.
Global Village, that's what it's called. Yeah. So all those lights back there, that's the Global Village. This place is massive. Apparently they close this during the hottest months of the year, so it's open like 8 months or something like that. And then they close it. Alright, we're all done with that Ferris wheel. Looking down at the whole festival was kind of cool. But, yeah, we're all done. We're almost out of points. Also, they have bumper boats. I never thought I would say this, but it is cold. I am cold here. I want a jacket. We got some donuts for 25 points. That is the remaining points we had. We got strawberry with 2 of these, Nutella, and we got a plain one. Let's dig in. These were absolutely delicious donuts. I would probably eat them again if they're somewhere, that we're going into in the future. Kind of cool, they have a machine here that says recycle and get carnival points. And they tell you, how many points you can get with how many bottles and cans and what those points equal to. So that's pretty cool, actually. They have a Peter Rabbit zone. However, sadly, it looks like it's too much built for little kids. It looks very well themed though. Look at all this theming that they got. They got Peter over here too. I mean, the theming looks pretty phenomenal, but it looks like it's just a whole bunch of little kids activities, or else we would probably love this. We're inside the Russia Pavilion now, back at the Global Village, checking out what they have. Nesting doll. Looking at this place called Cheese Wheel Pasta now. And they make it out of the cheese wheel. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And it's a pretty decent size. I mean, it's a pretty decent size. Alright, that macaroni and cheese was very good. It was delicious. I strongly recommend it. Up next is we're going to go through Palestine and see what they have to offer. Some very fancy outfits. Some dried fruits over there, it looks like, and nuts. And some leggings. There's some other stuff, but I mean, it's all sort of the same stuff. Stage to format, but we're probably too late for any performances. Cool little seating area. Some sort of dessert. How much space there is now that all the people are gone. Like, it's incredible. Earlier, like, the space was all filled with people, and now not. What is happening up ahead? They got some sort of crazy jungle gym in the water. Let's zoom in. Also, check this out. They have a floating market, which there's all these ships over here. It was all a lie. They're not floating. They're technically just on steel things sitting there. But it's kind of cool seeing all of them there. And then look over here. I thought this was a jungle gym in the water. It just looks like it's a pirate ship being overtaken by some sort of dragon thing. Alright, next up we're going to Egypt. Should be fun. I said should be fun to all of these pavilions. It does make me feel like I'm back in Egypt. I went many years ago and I was there for, I think, a week or two. Definitely makes me feel like I'm back there with all this stuff. out. This is a giant Africa section. I don't know what specific country. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, no, this is just a generic Africa section, it looks like. No country in particular. Some baskets and bags. Lots of cream. Lots and lots and lots of cream. Some more baskets, cream. Handmade trinkets over here. Some ceramics. Hippos, elephants. I just had a chance to use the restrooms here, and they have like a ton of bathroom attendants, and the restrooms are actually really nice. There are a ton of stalls if that's what you need to do here. But yeah, very nice restrooms, so clean. And KSA, I don't know what KSA is, like which countries that is. Maybe Kuwait? I just have no idea. Shaq has his own booth here. A whole bunch of dates there, wow. This pavilion is Morocco. They have a giant entryway. And I love the blue being used in their shops. And it's a lot of clothes. I also love the use of tiles here in Morocco. You know, I picture always Morocco with some gorgeous tiles, and this is no exception. Check out this Iran entrance. My gosh. That is quite the entrance. That is powerful. That is so cool. And then look inside. Their inside is so well done. It just keeps going. This is probably the coolest pavilion out there. Here's what Yemen's entrance looks like. Look at all that glass being used. Very pretty indeed. This is what the front of that dragon looks like. We finally came to be at the front of him. Pretty cool looking. Making our way to the exit. We're all done here. We've seen a lot and it's getting late. This is what the exit looks like. We saw a little bit of this in the beginning of the video, but now we get to see it again. This whole place is just so wonderfully done. I love all the lights. This is what the inside of these domes look like. So Global Village and Carnaval, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had, I think, about the perfect amount of time. If anything, I just wish I came with a bigger stomach so that I could eat around a bit more. Because it definitely seemed like there was spicy food there that I would like to try. And then also some that's like I wish that I was adventurous enough to try, so maybe someday.
It seemed like the expo, but for buying things and eating things, if that makes sense. And then the carnival, it was fun. We did a few rides and we got 2 new coaster crates.
Yeah.
So that part was cool. Yeah, but that's it for today's video. See ya.